Imagine this: your mind, once a sanctuary of thought, is now a crowded room. Uninvited guests, psychic disturbances, disrupt your peace. These disturbances are real. They demand attention. Psychic disturbances are intrusions. They are unwanted energy. They affect our thoughts and emotions. We may not see them, but we feel them. These disturbances can be subtle, a fleeting feeling of unease, a sudden wave of negativity, or they can be intense, overwhelming fear, unexplained anger. These intrusions are not figments of imagination. They are real phenomena. They impact our daily lives. They deserve recognition and, importantly, compensation. Each psychic intrusion is like a penny, seemingly insignificant on its own, but accumulate enough pennies, and you have real value. Think of it this way: every unwanted thought, every intrusive image, every psychic jolt is a penny added to a debt owed to you. These intrusions are not free. They cost us, they steal our focus, they drain our energy, they disrupt our lives. Each penny represents a microtransaction, a tiny theft of your well-being, and like any debt, it needs to be settled. These psychic pennies accumulate quickly. Over a day, a week, a lifetime, the debt grows exponentially. Consider this: you're bombarded with information constantly. Advertisements, news, social media. Some of this information is intentionally intrusive, designed to grab your attention, to provoke a reaction. Now, imagine a psychic disturbance with every intrusion, every unwanted thought, every negative emotion triggered. That's a lot of pennies. This constant barrage takes a toll. It's a psychic debt that adds up. And it's a debt that needs to be acknowledged. A debt that demands repayment. How do we measure these disturbances? How do we quantify something so intangible? This is where biotech and law grades come in. Biograde measures the biological impact of these intrusions: heart rate, stress hormones, brain activity. Technology can now track these metrics. TechGrade assesses the technological source of the disturbance. Was it a targeted ad, a manipulative algorithm, a subliminal message? LawGrade determines the legal culpability. Who is responsible for these intrusions? Who profits from our discomfort? These grades provide a framework, a way to quantify the unquantifiable, to assign value to the invaluable, to make the invisible visible. Section 5. The Mind Under Siege: Psychological and Physiological Fallout. The consequences of these psychic intrusions are significant. They affect both our minds and bodies. Psychologically, they can lead to anxiety, depression, sleep disturbances, difficulty concentrating, and a feeling of being constantly on edge. Physiologically, we see increased stress hormones, elevated heart rate, muscle tension, headaches, and digestive problems. The body mirrors the distress of the mind. These are not just inconveniences. They are real health issues, issues with long-term consequences. Ignoring them is a mistake. We must address them. Section 6. Seeking redress, navigating the legal labyrinth. So, what can be done? How do we seek redress for these psychic intrusions? The legal system is complex, but avenues exist. Class action lawsuits are emerging, individuals coming together to hold corporations accountable, to demand compensation for the theft of their psychic well-being. Legislation is being drafted, laws to regulate intrusive technologies, to protect our mental space, to recognize our right to psychic peace. The fight is not easy, but it is a fight worth fighting. For too long, these intrusions have gone unchallenged. It's time to reclaim our minds, to demand justice for the psychic debt owed. Section 7. Historical echoes, precedents, and cautionary tales. This isn't a new fight. Throughout history, individuals have sensed unseen forces, influences beyond the material world. Shamans, oracles, psychics, all touched on the reality of the unseen. Consider the ancient Greeks. They believed in miasma, a spiritual pollution that could cling to a person, a place, even an idea. This miasma, like our modern psychic disturbances, demanded purification, a cleansing ritual. Or look at the Salem witch trials, a dark chapter fueled by fear of unseen forces. Though misguided, the core anxiety remains relevant, the unsettling sensation of an invisible world impacting our own. These historical echoes remind us that the human story is intertwined with the unseen. We must learn from the past, both its wisdom and its mistakes, as we navigate the complexities of psychic disturbances today. Section 8. The Price of Silence. The true cost of psychic inaction. Ignoring these disturbances has a cost to our individual well-being, a cost to our collective sanity, We become desensitized, numb to the constant intrusions. This numbness is dangerous. It allows the perpetrators of these intrusions to continue unchecked, to refine their techniques, to further exploit our minds for profit. The price of silence is high. It is a price paid in anxiety, in stress, in a diminished quality of life. We cannot afford to stay silent. Speaking out is crucial. Raising awareness is essential. We must break the silence and demand recognition of the psychic debt owed to us. Section 9. A call for recognition towards a future of psychic reparations. The time has come to recognize psychic disturbances for what they are: a real and present danger, a threat to our well-being, a violation of our mental sovereignty. We need a system of psychic reparations, a way to compensate individuals for the harm inflicted upon them, a way to deter future intrusions. This is not about greed, it's about justice. It's about reclaiming our minds, about creating a world where our inner space is respected and protected. The road ahead is long, but with awareness, action, and a collective voice, we can build a future where psychic peace is not a privilege, but a right.